From this to this. In the grandest salons of Paris, it is often the simplest fan that hides the most complex scandals. Today, we shall perform a similar feat of magic. Would you believe me, my dears, if I told you that a single sheet of paper could hold a multitude of secrets? We are about to embark on a one-sheet wonder, crafting a secret, side-layered ephemera holder, using but one solitary page from our collection. Welcome back to Rosewood Manor Prints. I'm Asara. As we continue our Paris Promenade, we find ourselves in need of a clever sanctuary for our growing collection of mementos. Today, I shall teach you how to use a single sheet of paper and turn it into a layered masterpiece of interactive intrigue. No scraps left behind, just pure elegant construction. The Manor gates open for new creative sessions twice a week, every Tuesday and Friday. If you choose to accompany me on this promenade, I promise you this. By the time our season concludes, you shall hold not just a stack of papers, but a fully completed heirloom journal in your hands. To ensure no one loses their way, I have curated all our future lessons into a single playlist. Think of it as your personal map through the Manor, allowing you to return to any chapter with ease. So do be sure to subscribe and ring the little bell. It is, after all, the only way to ensure the footman alerts you the very moment our next chapter arrives. Should you wish to procure these very same patterns and papers for your own journal, you will find a full inventory list tucked discreetly within the description box below. In this video, we are working with the Paris Promenade collection, which is available in our Etsy boutique. For those viewing from their parlor screens, that is to say your television, I have placed a special code here. Simply open your phone camera app, hold it up to the QR code, and click the link to be transported directly to the boutique. If you have your page ready, let us take up our shears and reveal the hidden potential within a single sheet. So here's what you will need for your one-page wonder. Secret layered pocket. Your favorite page. And I printed this on the back, but you can also print any other of the pages on the back. Your favorite laces and ribbons, and some ephemera to tuck in, a corner rounder punch, some glue, and some scissors, and a pencil. And I have here some Tim Holtz Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo. So the first thing we want to do is to cut this page down the middle here. So we'll cut this page in half. I'm using here a page from the vertical background pages from the kit. This is important for the layout of the design for this pocket. And as you can see, I have cut this like so. So now we have two strips like so. And now we will cut these two strips into the following pieces. One piece is 5 inches. The next piece is 4 inches. The next piece is 3 inches. The next piece is 2 inches. And the last piece here is 1 inch. So as you can see here, we have 1 inch distance between all of them. So I'm going to choose the 5-inch piece to be this beautiful design here, because this will be the cover that will cover up the layers. So this will be the one that is seen first. And so what I will simply do here is I'll make a little pencil mark at the 5-inch mark here. Let me keep that piece. So this is our first cut. So here we have our cover for our pretty page. And we take our other big strip here, and we'll pick 4 inches. And we're going to cut 4 inches off here. So keep in mind, this is the biggest layer, and we will see this inch. So when you pick your cuts, you can decide which part of the design would you like to show. So since this is the bottom layer of this layer pocket here, I would like to show these pretty flowers here. So I'm going to cut from this side. So, and this is the 4-inch mark here. So we have our 4-inch piece. And as the math works out here with the US letter size, this will turn out into the 3-inch piece. And so you don't have to cut anything here. And we're already all set with this piece. And for the 1-inch piece, I'm going to use a design that is less busy because I will decorate this piece a little bit more. So I will simply go ahead and cut this piece at the 1-inch mark. And this is our 1-inch piece. And now I can choose for the 2-inch piece to cut it perhaps like so that I have this flower in the bottom here, this design. It works really wonderfully with this particular sheet here from the vertical background pages. There. This is our 2-inch piece. So I like to add a little bit of a variation here, and I simply turn over these 2 pieces here, and that adds a little bit of interest to this pocket. So once I have decided this, I'm going to add a corner rounder, but you don't have to. It's just for the look that I'd like to go for here. And I'm using the large setting with this corner under. And now I'll go ahead and just ink these. You don't have to ink them if you don't like to, but I like to ink my edges. I like the contrast it adds to the layers, so you can really distinguish them. That's very pretty. We have made our initial folds, but we are reaching the most clandestine moment of our session. Stay with me, for the way we secure this final layer will determine whether your pocket remains a simple fold or becomes a truly mesmerizing secret. It is a delicate dance of paper and lace, and you don't want to miss the final reveal. So now let's glue our pockets on. I always like to put my thumb where the opening is, so let's make sure that it all opens properly here. Now, nice and open. Yes. Next, we will add our cover. And so for that, we'll fold over at this mark here. And I'm gonna go ahead and score this line here. And so we'll fold this part over here. This will go right here. But first, I'm going to round the corners so it's a cohesive look. You don't have to round the corners. You can also just keep it a straight corner, but I like it a round corner. It adds a little charm to it. That's just my personal preference. And again, I'll go ahead and ink this piece real quick. So, and here we have our little piece. And now let's glue this on. So we'll take this piece, make sure it's the right way. And I like to leave just a tiny bit of a gap here so it folds over easily. There we go. Oh, how pretty. Yeah, that's beautiful. And now that we have this here, let's decorate this pocket. And so I have here some fuzzy cuts from the Paris Promenade collection. And make sure not to put glue on this side that sticks out a little bit so that your pocket still opens. And this particular fuzzy cut will be the closure for our envelope here. So we want to make sure not to put too much glue. So what I will do is to just put the glue here on this side to ensure it doesn't stick to this part here. And a little Eiffel Tower. And I'm going to add a little stamp here on this space. And I'm using the Stormy Sky Distress Oxide. Let's add a little lace to it. And so let's fill our pocket here. So I have here this beautiful image. And that would go here. Just kicking out so. And then this one here. View from the hotel. How pretty. That. And then we'll have here a little visit. Patisserie. And so even though some things are covered, like this stamp, it's always nice when the interaction reveals something, like this pretty flower, for example, is hidden right now, but then it is revealed here. And there it is. a hidden world of layers, birthed from a single sheet of inspiration. I hope you feel a sense of triumph as you tuck your first treasures into these secret folds. But your journey is far from over. This Friday, the bells of the Manor shall ring to announce our next grand chapter. We will gather for the assembly of Signature 2, the art of the promenade. We shall wander through the gardens and capture the rhythmic grace of a Parisian stroll. So do ensure your glue pots are full and your ribbons are at the ready. Until then, keep your secrets safe and your hearts full. Yours in lace and ribbons and with much love, Asara. Good day.